So the artifact we have chosen for our 1751 assignment is Fraction 4. Fraction 4 is an online interactive activity where the participants answer questions correctly to gain a playing piece. The piece can then be placed in a column. Like the game Connect 4, a player who pieces 4 of their pieces in a row wins. This concept can be applied to a lesson where students gather in pairs to play against each other or form larger teams where each member is responsible for a certain role, answering certain questions, and another is responsible for the actual Connect 4 strategy. Creating evenly matched pairs and teams with equal collective ability is important to keeping the game tense and encouraging group participation. The game largely coincides with the stage NS 4.3 outcomes. This game involves deep understanding and deep knowledge by allowing the participants to change the difficulty of the questions. By changing the difficulty and time allotted to answer questions in a competitive environment, it forces students to quickly become confident with answers and find tricks in order to do the questions faster. The sharing in tips and tricks would need to be strongly encouraged before and after matches. This game also uses meta-language. Students are asked to convert numbers to different forms using the correct terminology. Recurring mistakes will be easily identified in certain groups or students. When teams attempt to share advice to answer questions, inappropriate meta-language can be easily picked up on.
Continue.
This game is engaging, as it is simple, competitive, and fun. Students are more likely to answer more questions than they would simply given a worksheet. However, the questions do lack the complexity and significance of real-world problems. They are mostly simple number-grinding questions. By using this activity as a team activity, students work together in a socially supportive environment. This could easily incorporate the use of a smartboard where the teacher stands out the front with two teams either side. The competitive nature of the game may or may not create student-to-student tension, but this could easily be diffused. The game relies on students' background knowledge and puts it to the test in a non-threatening environment. The game creates inclusivity, given that it only actually basically functions when there's more than one person. The game mechanics are very simple, and it means that all students from any background can join in and play, since maths is a universal language. People of non-English speaking backgrounds would still be able to play this game effectively with others. This game would best be implemented as a reinforcement, end-of-topic class activity. Since you can choose from which topics of Fraction 4 questions will be asked from, it can be used many times. Ideally, students will play this of their own accord during free time in classes, in addition to playing it as part of class every few weeks. Though the game is highly functional mechanically, the visual aesthetics are adequate at best. Today's students may not immediately respond to the blandish visuals, considering the levels of visuals they are accustomed to. A great deal of the level of effectiveness relies on teacher image and the way the activity is initially presented. Friendly competition would be an effective hook. In conclusion, this artifact effectively coincides with many elements of the quality teaching model and aspects and topics of the Mathematics New South Wales curriculum.
By the way, I've had.
In conclusion, this artifact effectively coincides with many elements of the quality teaching model and aspects and topics of the Mathematics New South Wales curriculum. But in order for this activity, or any mathematics activities or games for that matter, to work effectively, interesting engagement implementation will need to take place.